Well, your suits are still fresh.
Clean suits.
Clean suit.
Clean suits. All right, you're a serious guy. Do you take a vacation? I mean, do you read a book on top of a hill somewhere? What's your idea of a vacation?
All right, this year, where did we go? We went to London, Cape Town, Sun City, Johannesburg, Paris, Kenya, Tanzania.
So you must like airplane food. Denzel does the airplane food tour. My God, it's a lot of traveling.
Yeah, but we were a week in one place, 2 weeks in one place. It was cool.
So yeah, you like traveling when you're off, huh?
Yeah, well, this summer was different. You know, we wanted to take the family like an education vacation.
Do they know who you are in most of those places internationally?
They didn't know in customs in Tanzania. I couldn't get through there.
You should have out your videotapes or something when you're...
You know what? They asked me that. The guy said to me, do you know Eddie Murphy? And he had an Eddie Murphy videotape there. I said, yeah, I know Eddie. He says, but we don't have your videotape. I was like, well, does that mean I can...
Well, give me your card.
I'll send you one.
Whatever you want to do. Just don't keep me here all day.
Yeah.
This has been a good summer for you. Happy with Crimson Tide, how that turned out?
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody, I think, liked that. I never heard anything bad about that one. It made good money.
Mm-hmm. It's a good movie.
And now you're doing Denzel Washington meets Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. This is an action guy. You haven't done this. I don't think you've ever done this before.
Not quite like this, and I was excited. I just saw it this morning for the first time, finished with everything in it, and it's wild.
It's loud and it's jumping and it's
jumping.
Not, you can never go to sleep in this movie.
No.
You'd have to be really out of it to go to sleep. I mean, this thing's moving all the time. Did you get tired? I mean, it strikes me as you're running around, you're doing this all the time. It looks like it'd be emotionally tiring.
I take my hat off to Arnold and Stallone, and you know, I think they can have it because it's too hard. That's hard work, running and jumping around, doing all that stuff, jumping off of stuff, banging yourself, rolling. I had cuts and scratches and bruises.
Did they want to get the stuntman to do stuff and you wouldn't let him ever?
No, I let him do everything. No, I did. You know, a lot of stuff you got to do. You just have to do it. You know, you know, so I didn't mind that. It's just 7 and 8 takes, and I got a bad lower back. And once you get that on you, you know, once you get those sore spots, you can't shake them.
Makes that thinking man stuff look good.
Oh, man, I'm looking for some Shakespeare.
Yeah, give me some Shakespeare. He wasn't jumping around. I noticed you like heights, and you're up there on top of a building. I couldn't do that now. Were you really on top of a building, or is that like a set?
I was on top of a building, and I don't like heights.
Man, 54 floors or something like that? That
55.
gives me the willies.
Me too.
But how can you concentrate on acting if you're scared?
You can't.
Ah. But you're not having to deliver a lot of dialogue and that kind of stuff either, so that's the good part of that.
Yeah, nah, you know, a lot of it actually, we shoot the bigger shots on top of the building, and then they build a set for a lot of the close shots, and I think that had as much to do with the logistics of shooting on top of a 60-story building. It's difficult just moving stuff around and wind blowing or. You know. How
has Denzel changed since I first met you, which I think would probably be a soldier's story? How have you say you've changed? You've grown up, actually a little older.
Older, I hope a little wiser, definitely a little heavier. You know.
At least you got your hair, you know, that's been gone the last 10 years.
Well, I think I'm still in search of the next adventure. You know, that was the case then. I've always wanted to keep moving.
You're always kind of a restless guy?
Well, I just don't. I like an artistic challenge. I like a challenge. I like doing something different. I like learning about different things. You know, one of the things that was attractive to me about this idea and this story was all the technical aspects, you know, the computer aspects of it, virtual reality and the nanotechnology and all of that. And I knew that was Brett's, you know, strength. I mean, he's done that kind of thing before, and it was all new stuff for me. And yet there was still, I felt a core story about violence and you know, wrapped up in a roller coaster ride. So I said, oh, this could be interesting.
Have you gotten to that point yet? I would think you would have had it after Malcolm X, because to me that was like, how do you top this? Because that's such a full part and there was so much involved with it and it was just such a big deal. You gotten that point in your age yet where you say, wow, I've done just about everything. I never realized I'd do this much. What can I possibly do next?
I'm always at that place.
It's kind of scary sometimes. It's nerve-wracking.
Well, you know, I'm glad that it's that way. You know, I wanna, you know, you can't do it all, but I wanna continue to look for new challenges. I'm pleased that people want to see what I do and that they continue to support me. So I'll continue to do it the way I've been doing it. You know, I'm not gonna get locked into any type of character. I guess, you know, people go to the movie sometime knowing that, oh, this actor will give them this type of part. Well, maybe they come to the movies just to see me knowing that they won't get the same kind of thing, and I'll try to continue to do that.
Well, you and Tom Hanks never know what you're going to get. He's that way too. You don't know what the hell he's going to do.
Yeah.
From really one minute to the next. So that's great.
Yeah, he